Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while over the holiday season. I was a bit busy, but I'm happy to be back here sharing this time with you. So for today's reading, there's a lot of crystal energy, as you can tell. Got a lot of crystal energy. They're really wanting to get messages across today. Messages to, well, each of you, if you found your way here, this is probably a reading for you. Message woven in to this reading for you. Pretty new decks that I'm working with today. Pretty new crystals I'm working with today. But very, very powerful energy coming through. So our choices for today. We've got kyanite here. Beautiful kyanite. Like a fantastic piece of kyanite. And this deck right here. And for the second pile, we've got this beautiful piece of amethyst. It has, I don't know if you can see it, but do you see like just the dark purple within it? Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very powerful stone. I've been working with it for a couple weeks now, and it is very, very amazing stone to work with. And you have this deck here. And for pile 3, it's a quartz crystal point. Let's see, can we get it? There we are. With some, I believe it's hematite inclusions. Another powerful stone, each of these. And for your deck, it's this one. It's the Tree of Life on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop up a little video because I had some incense going. Got some incense going here, and I just filmed. Just let it film for a bit, maybe about a minute, and just sit with that. Just get into it, feel it, and then pick your pile. You might pick more than one, and you'll see your message kind of woven throughout each. Take what resonates, put it together, and the message will be there for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that video on, and at the end of it, I'll see you at your pile. Alrighty. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So today's reading, as you know, is a message from your crystal that you've chosen here. So this is kyanite. And as you look at it, what does it make you think of? What stands out to you? What is coming to mind? Oh, when I first turned it this way, I felt like it was a person with holding something, a bouquet, perhaps. I think of sacred geometry too. A lot of this way and that way. A lot of movement within here, yet so it feels so light and calming. Yet the vibration feels raised. All right, so let's see here. This, I believe, is the Healing Spirits Oracle. And that is the deck that you chose. Let's see what message I have for you today from your crystal, or from the crystal world in general. Because I feel there's been like a lot of, like since the start of the new year, but especially in the past couple of days, I've felt just this really high vibrational energy. Like I've been like lifted. I'm feeling lifted. So actually, let's go with this. Let's pick 3 cards from here. So for pile 1, what's the message for pile 1? And the 3rd card here. So let's see what we have. Let's go with these one by one today. We'll keep your crystal there. Your first card is, to overcome, you first have to climb. Wow. I don't feel like you're walking to it. I feel like it's pulling you. This light is pulling you to it. It's attracting you to it. And that you've got this kind of like this feeling within you that something's calling to you. It's your higher calling. It's your higher self. And that's what I'm getting here. And for your second card, I have, there is so much more to you than you think. Look at the colors are very similar too, huh? Number 44. There is so much more to you than you think. There's a lot of chakra energy coming into, I feel, root chakra. So your feeling of security, of your place in the world. All right, and the 3rd card is, your life plan is unfolding as it should. This really makes me think of the kyanite. This is, to me, where is that? It was on this side, right? Yeah, this way. This is your, feels like the kyanite being. I mean, you probably have a really good connection to kyanite. If you don't have the crystal, I suggest you go, if you can make it to a store, pick it up, hold it, see if it speaks to you. All right. So, this pull, I think that's what this reading is going to be about. That if you're feeling called to something, you're feeling pulled in a direction that you're not quite sure of what's coming, it's a newness. It's not something you've done before. Well, maybe it's something you've done before, but you're coming back to. There's this newness to the energy, yet some oldness to it, to some depth to it. Something you've done, maybe not in this life, not just in this life, but in past lives too. Something you're reconnecting with. Yet there's still that like this feeling of newness to it. And maybe that's how it's calling you. Maybe it's calling you by making it shiny and new. That's what I heard. So let's see if we can get a little bit more information here about this. Let's see, what deck do I want to use? It's a little bit of tarot. I think this is the right deck for it. All right, so we have the 9 of Air come out. I think this is where you're at right now. And that's why you're feeling this call. You're feeling this call to pull you out of the jar. You're feeling a little beat down by the world, emotional, a bit unbalanced, I feel. For some of you, maybe health issues. You're being kept from your power. You have this power that wants to come out. You're not fully in a place you're not fully at a point in your life where you feel like you have your power. Anyway, let's see. What else do we have? The devil. Oh, let me show it to you. Yeah, another same feeling, that Nine of Air, the devil, like this feeling of burden, like things are just not going how you want it to go. Again, like I feel that like beat down, that burden coming through. It's the energy I feel coming through. Six of Fire. Time to move on. Time to move on. That's what's calling you. This is where you're headed. I think the universe is getting some wind behind you, beneath your sail. The energy is building, and I think that's what you're feeling here, which is likely why you made your way to this reading. You're feeling that energy building. And it's something like this, something new, and it's something, even though you're feeling kind of beat down, that newness, that shiny and new, is making you feel motivated again. Something's calling to you, something's pulling you, and it's that unknown, it's that mystery that is making it exciting. It's the mystery of it that's making it exciting, because you don't know what it is. You're not quite sure what that feeling is. You're not quite sure what it's calling you towards. But I have a feeling that there's something in the situation you're in right now. Something in the situation you're in right now that you need to go through, that you're needing to go through. Because there's a lesson there that you're going to utilize later in life. And it's a necessary thing that's going to lift you up to. That's going to lift you up to here. Getting there. Let's see, what else do we have? Four of Water. Yeah, this is kind of like, you see the colors here. I think that's the important part here, is the color. There's the Four of Water. You see these colors here. That's what's pulling you. That's what's, you're feeling that. You're looking towards it. You're feeling that pull. It's beginning. Movement. Get you to move again. Move towards that thing. It's not showing as a red light, but I'm seeing it as a red light. So it was kind of like full stop. You're kind of just stopped for a while. That's this right here. Feeling of being stopped. You were stopped for a while to learn whatever that lesson is that's in there. But the call is coming, and that's what you're feeling. You're feeling that energy to move, find that movement. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Let me show this to you. I think it's going to be presented to you as a crossroads. There will be two paths that you can take. That's what's coming. Two paths. Both will lead you to that thing that's calling you, but they're going to be two different ways of going about it. I think that's the two keys there. That's what stood out to me. But both will bring you to that light. Both will bring you to that thing that is calling you. One more card from this deck. Let's see. And the Nine of Earth. Look at how different these two are. So you're moving from this space to this space. Oh, King of Earth. Did I say 9? King of Earth. And right now you can't find that love and compassion within you to share with others, to share with the world, perhaps. Whereas that's here. So there, and here are the 2 keys again. 2 keys standing out. Whichever path you choose, whichever path you follow, if you follow that feeling, if you listen to the call and you follow the call, listen to your intuition. That's coming through very strongly here. Like, you know that feeling. Tune into that feeling that you're getting. That, oh, something's calling me, something's calling me. And if you sit with it, you're going to feel a familiarity to it. And that's what you want to depend on as you go forward. And I think that the paths are going to start being presented very soon, by the end of the month. One of them will be coming through the end of the month. You're going to start, and you'll feel that feeling again. So the next 2-3 weeks, the next month, pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities. Pay attention to the opportunities that are being presented to you. I really feel as if that's the first path that will be calling you. Let's get something else here. These Lenormand cards. Let's see if we get a little bit more information about these paths. Woman. And the bird stood out. The animals are standing out to me here. That might be a clue to the sign that you should be looking for. These are foxes, I think, but I feel like they're cats too. I'm hearing cat and bird, which translates like to cat and mouse for me. Chasing after something. Or the thing chasing you. So the potential, the thing that is calling you, it's chasing you. Be open to it. Take some time to sit. Like, look, it feels like she's sitting and meditating. She's being just sitting, being mindful. Get into that space, get into that feeling. And what comes to you? What comes to you? On the card here, we have the anchor. But I don't feel like this is settling you in. I think it is being lifted. It's an anchor that is being lifted. Put that up just a bit. I feel like things are very, you know how I usually have cards everywhere? I feel like things are being very symmetrical today, very balanced. That likely has something to do with this message. And I don't know why, but I'm hearing buttons. I don't know, maybe that has meaning for one of you, some of you. Buttons. What are the buttons? What are the buttons for? All right, let's see. What else can I get here? What other message do we have here? Spirit or crystals? What is it? Can you give us a clue about this thing that's calling? Notice how everything got a little messed up here. I think that's probably where you want a path towards something that you thought was the thing for you, and then out of the blue some issues popped up and kind of threw you off kilter, off balance. I feel like you need to put things back together, but you're not quite sure how to do it. So I think this is too many. Let's go ahead. Spirit, can you give us a card that we need to see here? And it is going to be this one right here. passion. Burning with life's passion. I think that this is what is missing right now in your life. You're missing the passion. And that's a clue to when you get the sign, right? When you feel the pathway that's going to be opening up. Does it get you excited? Does it make you feel excited? Is it something that like it takes your breath away? You wanna go do that thing. Pay attention to that. That's really important for you. I think that's a really good way of connecting with your intuition. Some of you already are very connected to your intuition. For those that aren't, it's feeling, it's relying on your feelings. How do you feel, right? Excited? Apprehensive? What's the apprehension being caused by? You know, is the excitement something that it's not like someone told you should be excited. You're going to feel excited and you're going to want to go do this thing. You're going to want to know more. You're going to want to like almost, it feels to me like almost obsessive passion. Like it's going to be like, no, that is the thing that I really want to learn more. I want to learn more. Learn more. That's what's coming through. Learn more about it. Let's see, what else do we have? Let me get another. What do I want to use? I think I want to use tarot. That's what's going through. I need some color. Color is coming out. Look at where we're coming from. These kind of more muted cards. Color is coming out. The clothes that you wear. Use that also. The color of your clothing, I'm getting. That's gonna help align you with this energy. I'm saying it like a question, but that's what it feels like. That if you want to start trying to align yourself more with what's calling to you. So listen to yourself, listen to your intuition. You wake up and you're like, oh, that shirt that I haven't worn in, I don't know, 3 months. I feel like putting it on, but oh, it's so bright. You know, maybe it's not appropriate. Wear it. Wear it. I think we're breaking you out of habits here. That's kind of what I'm getting here. We're breaking this barrier, breaking you out of these. There's these habits, there's these energetic ruts that you're in right now, kind of stuck there. We want to pull you out of that. Pulling you out of that to get into the new opportunities that's going to be right for you, that's calling you. The sun. Look at that. Look how bright. Perfect. This is perfect. Oh, that's what you want to feel like. You want to feel like you're throwing your heart open to the sun, and it is just that feeling of warmth and joy and passion. I'm getting kind of some Leo energy here with the lion, the sun. What's calling you is the sun. For some of you, maybe it's a location change. Maybe you're being given the chance to move someplace where the sun shines all year round. The sun is always shining, where it's warmer. That might be a clue for you also. Let's see, what else do we have here, Spirit? What else can we have? What other clues can we have? Four of Swords. This reminds me of the Four of Water here. Something is calling to you. Let me hold it up to you. See that thread? Was it at the start of this reading, or maybe it was at the start of the video, I said, you know, you might be called to other piles also. I'm hearing 3. There might be something in pile 3, which I haven't recorded yet, so I don't know. The thread that will thread through both of these. Maybe wrist up a little bit. Get ready for it. I think this is going to be a big change for you. A big shift. Big energetic shift too. A lot of this, just this energy shift from this waiting, this calm. And not even calm. For some of you it's burden, but for some of you it's calm. It's just non-movement. Stillness was a resting point. And you know, it makes sense for if you're in the northern hemisphere this time of year. It's the rest, right? Resting period. This is the one. We have the Fool, yep. Here we go, off on a new adventure. Be okay with it. Go do it. Be okay with it. Remember I was talking about sacred geometry? That's what I felt in this stone. And that's what seems to be coming out here also. Let the universe guide you. Let spirit guide you. Allow yourself to be led without trying to control it. And you can do that by tapping into the passion, tapping into your passion. Yeah. Let's see, is there anything else we'd like to add to here? Spirit. I think I'm going to open up a new deck. I'm going to get my... Hold on just a second. This one wants out, and I think it has to do with the color because this is a very, very colorful deck. I think that's why it wants out. Final message here. Final card. Pile 1. Oh, I put something back the wrong way. Divine abundance, but I wanna continue shuffling. I think that meant to come out because it wants you to know that if, you know, a lot of us, we're always like, oh, we're trying to manifest abundance, right? We're trying to manifest all the good things, right? And this listening to your intuition, tapping into your passion, that's going to lead you to the abundance. Instead of staying in a space where you know it's not going to bring you what you want, it's not going to bring you to the place you want to be, and that's metaphorically speaking, or maybe even literally, right? It's not getting you to where you want to be. Change requires you to enact change, right? And start by tapping into your passions. Start by listening to yourself. When do you feel joy, right? What are the things that spark your interest and call you, right? Final message is delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. And when I said, hold on a sec. Without change, it stays the same. That's what this card is here to tell you. You can tell yourself that, no, everything's good, right? But if you don't have joy within you, everything's not good. So it doesn't matter how many times you tell yourself that everything's good. If you're not feeling that joy, it's not good. So what do you have to do to get there, right? What do you have to do to get yourself there? Inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Here's your strength. Utilize your passion to help you get there. Utilize your passion to get you back in touch with your soul, to get you back in touch with your authentic self, to get you back in touch with your path. And I think that whatever it was or is that you're going through, part of that is the lesson. Learn from that. How'd you get there? What was it that got you there? What choices were made that got you there? I feel like some of it has to do with control and expectation. Understand how expectation of you and of others gets you to this delusional point where you think that you're in control, you think that everything's good, but you know it's not. It's calling you. Your joy, the path you should be on, is calling you. Tap into your passion. Tap into the excitement. Tap into that feeling. That's a feeling. You're going to physically feel it too, I think. For some of you, you're going to feel it in your body. You're really going to feel it. The time of rest is done. Pay attention over the next couple weeks to a month for that feeling. Do things to get you aligned with that. If you feel, you know, say you feel excited, right? You feel that excitement. You see a bit of clothing or you see an accessory or something that, oh, it has that feeling to it, you know? It makes you feel that way. Wear it. Tune into it. If you feel something, you want to read a book, pick something up, carry something with you, listen to a bit of music that brings you that excitement, do that thing. And that's gonna be your part. You're gonna be playing your part in this change by acting on it. And that's all I have for you today. I'm gonna end it there because this is a general reading. I do have some other things coming through, but it's very, very specific to some of you. But go ahead, tap into that. Tap into that. Tap into that excitement. Tap into that passion. Tap into this. You want to feel this. This is how you want to feel. Take a look at this card. How does it make you feel? I feel this warmth and this joy and this gratitude for life. And that's where one of these two paths are going to take you. Well, both paths will take you there. But the first one, the first chance at it is coming up in the next couple weeks. So pay attention. All right, and that's all I have for you today. Thanks for joining me, Pile 1, my Pile 1 peeps. I'm really grateful to have you here. Really grateful that you chose to spend this time with me. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And also check out my shop on Etsy, WeavingFate, where we can get a little bit more detailed. We can get a bit more personal if you'd like to buy a reading. If not, I think this actually gave a really good first steps. If you have that feeling, go towards it. All right, Pile 1, have a beautiful day, and I will hope to see you later. Bye-bye. Hey there, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the pile with the amethyst. It's amazing amethyst. And this deck right here, it is, let's see, the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. These two together, pretty amazing, fantastic. A great deck. So Today's reading is a message from the crystals, your crystal allies. Crystals are the ones really kind of facilitating this reading today, with your spirit guides, of course. So, what message do they have for you today? Let's get started. I feel like I keep having to turn this for different views, different angles, seeing things that you may not have seen previously because you've been looking at things the same way. Like I'd never noticed these before. See that? Also things building upon each other. Different viewpoints building upon each other. You'll find gold along the way. That kind of popped in. Richness, jewels, the gold, the treasure along the way. You just have to look at things differently. That is the big message I'm getting. Let's put that up there. All right, so let's get to it. What message do we have for pile 2 today? What message do we have for pile 2? Let's go with just one card from this deck. So, we have the Sword of Light, Divine Protection, Quartz Cut, Breakthrough Energy, Clarity. I'm hearing in my head. Clarity. How do we get to that clarity? Clarity. All right, let's work from there. Let's get a few more. Let's get a few more cards. This was the deck from pile 1, but I feel like it wants to be in the other two readings. So if you felt called to pile 1, you might want to watch that too. We have send out help to others. It's very heartfelt. It's like looks like dragons to me. Dragons and mermaids. I see like a person just lying here, heart open, supported by the unseen. Send out help to others. Asking. Not necessarily sending, asking for help. For you, asking for help from others. Let's get one more card, and let's go with who can we ask for help, actually. So this is, thank God's Goddesses, Guardians deck. Who can we ask for help? Who can we ask for help? I'm getting the unseen. Avalon Priestess. Intuitive awakening. I feel like this is very tied in with the amethyst. Intuitive awakening. Again, I'm feeling very much the message is different perspectives, different ways of getting to the truth of the matter, different ways of seeing, taking the time to do that, to look at it under a different light, illuminated in different ways. A part of this is crystals. How do you connect with spirit? I think this is a very, this group here is a very spiritual group. I'm hearing kids outside screaming at the top of their lungs. I don't know if you guys heard that. I feel a lot of joy, but it's a lot of different voices. A lot of different voices in chorus, and they're having a lot of fun, a lot of joy. So when we're talking about others, so not just other viewpoints, others around you within the community. Some of you are looking for an answer to a question. You have a question you've been asking Spirit. And the answer is getting other opinions, getting other viewpoints, getting other perspectives, asking others for help, asking others for clarity, asking Spirit for clarity, your spirit guides, your spirit team. And that for many of you in this group, that includes crystals. You guys have a lot of crystal allies on your team. And this is the group. This is the group that I feel is the main focus of the whole reading today. Of all three, you guys were the impetus. This was the way that the crystals were getting our attention. All right, so let's see. What else can we get here? What deck shall we work with? Let's work with the dragon deck today. Because I did see the dragon. Let's start. Dragon wings are being supported. Lots of dragon energy at the start of this new year. And you know, we have the year of the dragon coming up too. Right? Chinese New Year. Let's see. I'm not going to open them all up. I'm not going to turn them over yet. I know that was different for Pawan. Pawan had its own thing going on, but 5 cards. No, 6. I feel like that's going to be balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 on top, I'm hearing. 6. And let's start with the 1 on top. What do we need to hear first? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Balanced compassion. That's balanced emotion. Understanding. In order to be understanding of others, right, you need to have different perspectives. You need to be able to see, feel, understand what others are going through. So I'm going to do 2 at a time. Oh, here we go. What energy going on today. 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. Very earthy. Coming together. 10 of Pentacles for me is it's the community, it's the family, it's the coming together. Sharing your gifts with others. Being a part of a bigger group that's helping the community, that's helping others. Offering that gift. I think some of you are wondering what's next. What am I supposed to be doing next? Because this group feels very, very grounded, very much aligned and in tune with their intuition, with their authentic self, with their higher self, with spirit. Offer your gifts to others. I hear that's how you can be queen of your world. Yeah, very witchy feeling to this. I'm using dragons, but it feels, you know, and for me, the dragons are very more cosmic. But this feels like very earthy dragons. A great energy here. And 2 more. Balance is another thing that's popping up from in my head. And I think that's why I'm flipping 2 cards, 2 cards, 2 cards, right? 7 of Pentacles and Death. You know, let me show you these. I think that the images will speak to you also. What do you see in there? I see the butterflies. I see the butterflies. Really jump out. The mossy floor, the forest, the greens, the hearts coming together. Coming together. And the Four of Pentacles. That's the real treasure, is your gift. And what you do with it. And this has to do, I think, with career, with work, right? Busy bees. And then for these, let's go here. Seven of Pentacles first. This is not the Seven of Cups, but this to me feels like lots of opportunity for you to share. For you to, there are lots of different ways that you can share your gift. And the whole year, I'm hearing, like all the time. It's not just, oh, I want to do my witchy thing in October. The whole year, you can do this all year round because the magic is there all year round. Tap into it. You know it's there. Let the excitement of magic in the everyday motivate you. And you'll find new ways to share this gift with others. We have the Death card, right? Transformation. Again, I'm feeling the little moths, butterflies, even the bees. Important to your message. Signs for you. And saging. The smoke, saging, clearing away some of the things that have been hindering you. I feel very drawn to be using the sage today. Like, maybe that's why it stood out to me. But clearing away the things, the fear of, there's a fear I feel here of sharing this with others. That people are gonna, I feel like people are gonna make fun of you. People are gonna talk about you. People are gonna put you down, tell you you're crazy or something. But you're not. You're following your intuition. You're following your heart. You're listening to spirit. You're very in tune with that. And it brings you joy. Do that thing. It brings you joy. And that's where you want to stay. You want to stay in that space of feeling joy, of feeling like what you do is a gift. That's the real treasure. All right, and the final card here we have the Seven of Cups. Many different ways for you to go about doing this. And I also feel like you have many different ways of tuning into spirit. Look at the tail. Doesn't that reminds me of this one right here, right? I said it looks like a mermaid's tail. Some of you might be tapping into that mermaid magic. But many different ways. Follow where your heart goes. What speaks to you? What speaks to you? What really resonates with you that makes you want to share that thing with the world? And if you're not sure how to do it, seek out the help of others. And you'll be in that position to help others in the future also. You're going to be the person that others will come to and say, you know, how do I go about doing this? How do I tap? So you're a teacher, in a way, a teacher, a mentor. Coming in to help others tap into their connection to source, to divine. All right, let's see what else can we get here. So before I do that, let's be a little bit more specific with the question. You had a question, right? You had a question coming in here. I feel that very strongly. You had a question coming in. The answer is, the clarity is, to seek out the help of others in order to do this thing, to give your gift to the world. And you have many different options. So maybe we can tune into those options. What shall I use? I want to use the Starseed deck. I know that that's kind of weird considering we're got a lot of that earthiness going on here, but maybe this will help with the balancing of energy. And I like to just go with what I feel, and I'm going to go with this one. Transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where it doesn't matter what people think. What matters is how connected you feel to what you do, to that joy. Because that's what the world needs. The world needs this joy of people being in tune with themselves, of acting with integrity, of speaking with integrity. Because there's a lot of insincerity, I feel. Insincere energy that's trying to keep all of this down, right? And that's what we're breaking through. The energy is changing. There's this huge shift I feel coming, that I feel we've been in and we're about to stay in for a bit longer, of this change. And the change is necessary because the change is raising us up. Or it's shifting our perspectives, it's shifting our paradigm that we live in. It's shifting our society. And it needs your help. It needs our help to stay tuned in to our intuition, right? And to act with integrity, and to speak with integrity, and to show others that you're doing that, because you will inspire. So let's see, what deck do I want to use? Let's just get a few more cards here. I actually want to use, I was going to use a tarot deck, but let's use an oracle card. Did I use this one yet? This was a Divine Abundance card deck. I think that's what it was called. Yep, that's what it is. All right. So, could we get a little bit more specific about the path, the pathway, the choice, and the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles? What can those in pile 2 hone in on right now? We have allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. So what's needed can come next. And kind of how I was feeling about integrity, right? Radical acceptance. So radical acceptance of your gifts, and radical acceptance in knowing that it is needed, and knowing that that is what you're being called to do, knowing that that's what you're being asked to tap into and share with others, share with the community. Pick up a deck of cards and start doing readings for others. See where it takes you, right? Say yes. When you say yes, you open more doors and more, and you open possibility. I think for you, it's especially important to open up that potential, the potentialities, the possibilities. Again, Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. But we still don't have an answer yet about what to focus in on first. Other than allowing it to happen, what else can we focus in on? Let's get a different deck. Let's work with the Priestess of Light deck, Oracle deck. Okay. I'm gonna pick 2. It feels like 2. So allowing, we have adjustment, looking back, moving forward, clarity right there, taking what you know, taking what you've learned, sharing it, adjusting your perspective regarding what you do and how you do it, and portal. Infinite mind, awakening consciousness. First steps. What does this card make you think of? What is calling to you with this card? I hear sacred geometry. I hear intention. I hear manifesting. So if I were to wager a guess, I would say the magic aspect of it. Helping people manifest what it is they need and want. Helping people tap into that knowledge. I think that was very specific for a few of you. And for everyone else, what does this card make you think of? What do you see in the card? What symbols do you see in the card? I see, for me, like astrological symbols even. I see my signs. I see Scorpio. I see Sag. So what do you see in this card? There are lots of little things in here. So take some time. What stands out? Pause it if you need to. What stands out to you? This is the portal. This is the answer. This is opening it up for you. This is opening it up for you. I'm going to put that right here. And let's get a final couple cards for you. I'm being called to the Light Seers deck. The Light Seers Tarot. And as with pile 1, I'm feeling color is important. Color is so important. What's the importance of color? So maybe for some of you, you do color magic. Color is important. How do you use color in your life? Again, look, sacred geometry. Accepting. That's the radical acceptance right here. This card is radical acceptance to me. Letting go of control, letting the universe support you in what you do. Surrendering. Transcendence. So I'm getting. And look, the amethyst in her hand. Hello there, amethyst. Yeah, this is such a great pile, this energy that I'm getting from here. And lastly, one last card for pile 2, and we got 2. Of course we did. I have the Emperor. Yes, take it out into the world. Take it out into the world. Share it. Share your gift. Share your gift. And the final card, 9 of Cups. Oh, that's your treasure. You notice I think it was in the 4 of Pentacles, or they're sitting on their crown. They're just like, that's not what's important. What's important is the gift that you have to share. Is what's inside of you that you have to share, that gift, that talent. And that's what I see here again in this card. And so, pile 2, what is your gift? And I can't wait for you to share it with the world. That's what we have today. Hopefully that was the answer that brought clarity to you. The answer to the question that you've been asking, Spirit. and asking your guides about. And I feel like there's something else coming through, but I'm going to end it here because I think that one's very specific for someone, not really for the general reading. But if you enjoyed this today, please like and subscribe and come join me for a few more readings, a few or more. This is the way that I share my gift. I also have a shop on Etsy, WeavingFate. If you'd like a more personalized reading, you can find it on there. And I would like to thank you for joining me today. I love the fact that you actually came in and watched this. I mean, this is a gift that I'm giving, and in receiving, it brings me a lot of joy. So thank you so much. And I hope to see you next time. Alrighty, bye-bye, Pal 2. Okay, Pal 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the pile, the quartz point. It has a hard time seeing it. I believe it's the hematite inclusions. Yeah, guess a very soft pinkish mauve sort of a look. Isn't it gorgeous? What am I getting from this one? You know, both times that I picked it up at the start and now, I felt like things were out of focus. It had a hard time focusing on it. Things are out of focus. That we're looking through something that we're seeing through a lens that might be slightly distorted. So I don't know what question you're coming into this reading with. If you were actually looking for a question, look at the reflection of the candle light in there. Can you see it? And that's coming from down there. So things may not be what they seem. I think some of you set off on one path and perhaps it wasn't, you thought it was the right path for you, but it's you kind of went down the wrong direction when you went this way, or you went this way when you should have been going that way. So, and that had to do with learning a certain lesson. There's something that you needed to learn through this experience. And that's happened to me also. I mean, that's kind of how I found my way to doing my readings. I thought there was something else I really, really wanted to do, and I went and I got my certification in it, and I started doing it, and I was like, you know, what it did was open up my intuitive abilities even more. It helped me learn how to work with people's energy. It gave me a lot more experience in working with different people's energies than I would have otherwise. But I found my way back to divination, to cards, to using my working on my psychic abilities, right? To utilize this gift to help others. And I think this is the same. I'm telling you this story because I feel that this is part of the lesson that you went through, that there's something in this path that you went on that maybe it's turned into not being the thing that you feel is for you now, and that it was a learning process. And this ties in a bit to pile 1 in that respect. So without further ado, let us go ahead and get a few cards. There's one. Netzach, victory, hope, love, and art. I don't have my reading glasses on. I apologize. So I'm kind of squinting. Not that you can see that, but again, vision, right? Vision, perspective, things out of focus. I think that things are about to come into focus more clearly for you. How and this path that's opening up, because I do feel like pathways for you, for this group, pathways are important. POW 1 also, pathways important. 2 pathways, finding your way to it. And you're going to find your way to it through tapping into feelings of hope and love. And for some of you, this might be literal. It might be through some sort of artwork that you're doing. I'm going to get a few more from this deck. Spirit, what else do we have for pile 3? Did I call you pile 3 at the start? I think so, right? Pile 3. If I said pile 2, I apologize, but that might be another message for you. We have the 19th path. Strength, lust, defending the weak, peacekeeping, and sincerity. And there's a lot of third eye energy in it. And solar plexus energy in this. There's a connection there for you. Of paying attention to the signs and intuitions that are coming in and having the courage to follow. The courage, the strength, your light will shine. That is your holy grail. That's what I just heard. That's your holy grail. That's the thing that you're working towards. I really do feel that pile 1 and pile 3 are tied in. With the lust card, because we talked about passion in pile 1 and tapping into your passion. Knowing that feeling, knowing what passion feels like in order to be able to recognize signs that are leading you towards where you need to go. And look, this is a little amethyst also. That's third eye, right? Oh, look at that. Faceted. All right, one more card from this deck. And get a little bit more info about this pathway. Yesod, foundation. Birth, cycles. Let me put this up. Birth, cycles, and intuition. Again, intuition. This card makes me feel like there is... You went through something in order to be able to tap into these gifts. There's more to come. The key is being offered. It's the first key. Yeah, watch pile 1. This is the first key. We're still talking about the first key. We're not supposed to get information about the second key yet, the second path. I think that'll be later. That'll be future in a different reading. But this is the first key, the first path. It's gonna get you out of the space that you're in right now, which you're going to see part of the picture with the first key. Just to get you up to speed if you haven't watched pile 1. We're talking about 2 paths. That 2 paths are opening up for you. Both will lead you to where you need to go, but the first key will be offered. It's very Hecatean energy there. The first key will be offered in the next few weeks to a month. And to be paying attention to that. Be paying attention for that. You'll know it by how you feel. You know it by the excitement that you feel. the passion. It will feel like passion. It'll feel like lust. It'll feel that exciting. That's the first key, the first clue. The animal energy is important here too. Not sure yet how, but let's see. Let's get some tarot cards. Actually, I want to get something else here first. Get these Lenormand cards. Nope, not this deck. We need a different deck here. What deck shall we go with? Let's go with the activation. Do we get more information about this path, spirit, and crystals? Since we're working with these crystals today, they're the ones who really wanted to be heard and get a message across. We have ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage, and boundaries. So that's going to give you a little bit of insight. It's going to give us a little bit of insight. We're walking through a doorway. We're walking through a doorway here. Tapping into our ancestral gifts, our ancestral powers, our skills, our talents. I think that it's been there within you, but you haven't been able to tap into it yet. Like, even if you are doing some of it, it's not at its full potential, and that's coming. It's almost there. You're almost touching it. This is something that's propelling you along. I'm going to use this deck here. Let's get some tarot. It is pathways. Let's see, and we have Three of Swords. Yeah, you're feeling a bit used and battered, I'm hearing. Heartbroken. That the thing that almost like the thing that you thought was for you and wasn't. That something has happened within that work or within the community that you found yourself in regarding this type of work, that it's because you really thought it was for you, that whatever's happened, Spirit is getting things going for you, is to push you on your way, to help you be able to be in a space where you recognize what that key is, what that path is. And it's not a good feeling, and I'm sorry. It feels sad to me. It feels very sad. Like a lot of work. I feel like you've put a lot of work in to this thing, and it's realizing that it's not for you it's heartbreaking because of all the time, energy, and effort. But recognize that even though you put in all of that, it wasn't for naught. It's bringing you to this space that if you're able to just accept it, accept that life doesn't move in a linear fashion, you are able to accept that, you're gonna find yourself in a much better place. Like you feel something's missing. It won't feel like something's missing when you get to this point, when you find yourself on this path. And again, two paths will take you to, I'm repeating from pile 1, please watch pile 1. Two paths will lead you to where you need to go, and it's not necessarily a crossroads, because it's going to be one that's going to lead into another. But I do feel that there's a lot of this Hecate energy. We have the Two of Wands, two paths again. You're like, which one first? You'll know which one you need to go to first. Do I put that there? Can you see it? Let me move this a bit. There we go. So 2 of Wands there. And we have the 5 of Cups. Again, that feeling of, oh, you're looking at the spilled milk and not the other 2 cups. I was going to say of wine. The other 2 cups on that are filled. Not wine. There's more to it. There's more to it. There's more to it. The 3 of Cups. And this feels like support. Support and the community that you're going to find, or the family, the soul family. You're coming into contact with your soul family, your soul tribe. Others that are here on this planet to do the same thing that you're doing, that's going to be offering you all of this support. It's a new cycle. It's a new cycle for you. Be excited about it. Yep, be excited. It will feel like you are the sun. Like the sun, even the sun is supporting you. Every day you wake up, you're going to feel that joy. That joy, and on a cold day and you feel the sun on your face and it just warms you to your core. That's what it will feel like when you find this, when you get on this path. I'll show you what it is. The Ace of Swords. Yep, this is bringing clarity to the situation. Bringing clarity to the situation. Bringing you an answer that you've been looking for. I would like to be able to get some information about what it is, or at least what sign that you should be aware of and looking for. I think that's, I'll bet you would like that information also. So let's go ahead. Let's ask Spirit for a few more hints. I would like to use this Starseed deck for some reason. It's just over there calling to me. What is it that we need to know about this pathway? Can we get an idea or something specific about the sign? Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. So magnificence. Let's think about magnificence here. What is it that's so magnificent? What is the magnificence of this sign that you're going to get? Something about your family. I'm getting ancestry. Something about family. Something about your family. Something's gonna be pushing you. I think it's like a story that you haven't heard about your family before. A story that you haven't heard before about someone. And you can actually speed this up by asking questions of your own family. Ask about your ancestors. Ask about ask for a good story that someone used to tell about within your family. There's something in that. There's something that someone in your family used to do, or that people would talk about that they did, that were like, oh my gosh, this person did this thing, or this person did that thing. And it's not like, oh, this person stole from the bank. That's not the That's not the kind of story we're going for. The story we're going for is something that they may have done, even something far, I feel like it's something far back. So this is a story that has been passed down through several generations. And it seems magical in a way, healing in a way. Somebody did a certain thing, or so-and-so said that your great-grandmother was this thing, was a witch. You know, like something along those lines. There's something there that can give you a clue about where it is that you should be going. Could be somebody was a nurse in World War II. I don't know, that was pretty specific. So somebody's grandmother was a nurse in World War II, and she worked in, say, Belgium, and, you know, well, this is actually pretty specific. She had to deal with a lot of loss, and when she came back home, she did this other thing in order to deal with that. And that could be, part of it is dealing with trauma, like being able to help others deal with trauma. That's interesting. Could we get a little bit more about that, Spirit? What card? I want to continue using this deck. This feels very connected to this pile. We get more information here about. We have the King of Pentacles. I do feel that this is going to be career growth for you. This is going to be something that you're doing for a living, whatever this path opening up to you. Here you won't be afraid of doing it. I don't know why. And then Justice. So yeah, this balance. Again, I see, look at the sun. It's like the sun on her hand. She brings light. She brings justice. She brings light. She brings balance. Even though she can't see clearly, she brings balance. That's what I'm hearing. I think it has to do with the fact that her eye is partially covered. That she can see in other ways. She can see through other means. That's maybe not the sun, but an eye. She sees through spirit. So this might be dependent on your spirit guides. This might be dependent on working with spirit. Whatever it is that you're going to be doing. You're going to be helping release ancestral karma in this way, in this manner. Let me get some more. Let's see. Let's use the healing spirits. I use this in all 3 readings today. We're talking about the grandmother that was the nurse, the healer, that came back and healed others. She was able to heal others because she dealt with that grief herself. She was able to help others with loss because she had to work through the loss herself. Oh, that was specific. We have, there is so much more to you than you think. This came out in pile 1. This was one of the initial cards in pile 1. So yeah, go ahead and watch pile 1. Maybe you'll get something out of it also. I do feel that these two are very tied together. One more card, Spirit. You have one more for me. Is it this one or this one? I think we've got 2. This one first. Your life plan is unfolding as it should. This also was one of the first cards of the initial cards in pile 1. Look how it's tying into the amethyst. If you were called to pile 2, watch that one too. And lastly, be like your spirit guide. And I heard go with the flow. Be aware of all that's going on around you and tap into that. Tap into the message that's coming through, the sign that's coming through that is that key. I do feel like some of it might be tied to dream work. So if you're seeing something in your dreams over and over, you're like, why am I dreaming about that? Like, what's the deal, right? Play with that in your mind. Play with the things that it brings up for you. And if I'm hearing keyword, if you have a certain keyword that you're tying to what you're seeing in your dreams, there's a certain keyword. Pay attention to its representation in the external world. Like as you're going about your business doing stuff, say it's a key and you find a key on the ground, or all of a sudden all these keys are like showing up. Start paying attention. There's a connection between the dream world and the I was going to say the real world, the external world, because this is real, right? This is the real world. It's the real world for you. It is you. Your dreams are telling you something. So try and tap into that and go with that. And then let's see where it takes you. And that's all I have for you right now, Pile 3. You are magnificent. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique. So let's tap into that a little bit more. And that's going to be leading you to that place you need to go. I'm going to feel the urge to pick this up one more time. There's something here that might be speaking to you. This crystal wants to speak to you. Bring things back into focus. All right. Pile 3, thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the reading or you got something out of it, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. There will be more. Perhaps we'll be able to delve into what the second key is sometime in the near future. I often deal a lot of my readings deal with portals and doorways because I work a lot with energy, like that's I think my true calling is the energy work. The tarot and the oracle and the divination is an extension of that. It helps me get to the core of the issue. So if you'd like actually to get a more personalized reading, something that is custom to you, I do have a shop on Etsy, WeavingFate. It's the only place that I do my readings. You can purchase a reading. So go ahead and visit the shop. You might actually benefit from one of the ancestor readings. That's been pretty huge since the winter solstice. A lot of people are tapping back into their ancestry and their heritage. There's something there. There's something that's speaking to us from that space. And so you might not be the only person feeling it. There's a lot of people feeling it. So it's that energy is there. And it might give you a clue to where it is. If you're not sure, it's going to give you a clue to perhaps where you are headed next. All right. Pile 3, thanks so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate you joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope to see you next time. All righty. Bye-bye.